Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support here on the channel. For those of you that would like to book a private reading, you can find my email down below in the description box. Just send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services that I do provide. For those of you that would like to donate to the channel, I do have my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Amazon wish list for those of you that are wanting to send in a tarot or an oracle deck for me to use for our future pick a card readings. So today's pick a card reading, we are doing what is the best solution for your current situation. So I'm going to try to leave this open for whatever your situation might be. It could be having to do with your spiritual path, your life purpose, maybe a romantic relationship, a friendship, family situation, career. We're just going to kind of leave it open to see whatever guidance comes through. So again, the best solution for your current situation. If you do feel drawn to more than one of the piles today, that is perfectly okay for today's reading. Go with whatever your intuition is guiding you towards. So we do have a strawberry obsidian for pile number 1. Pile number 2, I'm not quite sure what kind of crystal this is. It could be a yellow jasper, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, I'm just going to call it yellow crystal. And then we do have a serpentine for pile number 3. Okay, so if you already know just looking at the crystals alone which one you feel the most drawn to, you can go ahead and skip right to your reading and go down to the timestamps located in the comments section, pinned in the comments. You can also find the timestamps in the description box. So I am going to be adding in one of these cards to help you guys with choosing if you need that a little bit of extra help. So let's choose something for each one of your piles today. The best solution for your current situation. So let's choose something for pile number 1 with the strawberry obsidian. What is the best solution for your current situation? Okay, so I'm going to just put it face down for now and then we'll look at them together. So pile number 2, I'm going to put this here, but I'm going to flip it over. So it's trying to flip out. Okay. And then pile number 3. Whoa. Pile number 3 with the serpentine. What is the best solution for your current situation? Okay, so let's take a look. And for those of you that are already curious, this is the Soul Mirror Oracle. I will have all of the decks that I'm using today listed in the description box. So pile 1, we have limits. And it says limited and limitless. And that is with this strawberry obsidian. So limits and strawberry obsidian for pile number 1. I don't know, you guys, if you guys watch a lot of YouTube or not, or if you're familiar, but this right here reminds me of the channel 13 Moon Tarot, which I love Andy. If you guys haven't seen her channel yet, please check her out. She's an amazingly talented reader. But yeah, that reminds me of her little 13 Moon Tarot channel thing picture. That is pile 1. Okay, pile 2, we have alignment. Beautiful. It says dishonest and truthful, and that is with this yellow crystal here for pile number 2. Okay. And then pile number 3, we've got Judgment, and it says critical or complementary. So these cards have both like Positive and negative, if you're noticing from this here. Dishonest, truthful, critical, complimentary, limited, limitless. The opposites. Okay, so we have Judgment for pile 3. And that is with this little Serpentine. Okay. So those are the choices for today. Pile number 1 with limits and the strawberry obsidian. Pile number 2 with the yellow crystal and alignment. Pile number 3 with judgment and the serpentine. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that, wow, I just noticed the light change because of the card. Okay, that's enough fun. We have limits here with limited or limitless. And like I said, this is from the Soul Mirror Oracle. So this message talks about, I feel like, the limits that we place upon ourselves, which could be, you know, according to beliefs that we have, our own ego in that could be trapped in fear or doubt, uncertainty, could be very limiting for us. I'm also noticing kind of like the way that she is here in the center, and there's these 2 lines that are here, almost like in a way her focus or her perception in a way is kind of limited within this, her own intuition, her own knowing. But we also have limitless here. So in a way, I feel like this could be you opening yourself up to your unlimited potential in a way. So with our question today, what is the best solution for your current situation? I want to see what your tarot brings forward with this message, but I feel like this could definitely be talking about your perspective, your perception of things. We can either keep ourselves in a very limited space where we're not able to see beyond the current limits that we might place upon ourselves, versus being able to see ourselves as expansive, as having much more potential that we have yet to tap into, making us limitless, open to whatever the universe is, you know, we're able to align with. So let's look at what your tarot has and see the best solution for your current situation. So maybe this is a need for you to kind of look beyond what maybe your current focus is. If maybe that there's like a very, it kind of reminds me like of having Spirit's showing me kind of like horses, like a horse with those little blinders on the side of their eyes, right? So they can only see what's in front of them. I almost feel like Spirit in a way is kind of saying, is there a way for you to expand your awareness or to expand your sight beyond what you currently are experiencing with your 5 senses? Okay, let's go beyond that. Open ourselves up more. Could you change the way that you're looking at something? Or could you open yourself up to different ways of thinking, different perspectives as a way to look at something, right? And I'll use an example. Like, let's just say that you're at a job, and then all of a sudden you get some message or a news that they're laying people off, and you are one of those people. And we can either choose to have a limited perspective of thinking, of saying to ourselves, you know, like, wow, now what am I going to do? I've been laid off, and I'm not going to have this, and I'm not going to have that. And, you know, it's understandable to have those concerns, right? But can we look at it from the perspective of, wow, okay, this is a way for me to be able to go after a position that I really like. Maybe I'll like a little bit more. Maybe this is, you know, opening yourself up to pursuing a passion. Okay. There was a situation that happened to me, and this was way before I went, or actually right before I went to nursing school. So this was like more than like 10, 15 years ago, before I went to nursing school. And I was at this job that I was working at, and it was a dead-end job, okay? It was a dead-end job, but it was paying the bills. And I remember the manager came in and they told like a whole group of people, you know, we're going to lay you off. And before I received the news that I was one of those people that was also being laid off, there was an older woman who worked there, and she had been with that company for like 20 or 25 years. She was like so close to retirement. So I can understand where her, you know, she's preparing for her retirement and things of that nature. So it's very devastating to hear that kind of news after she had given so much of that time into working for a company. But I remember watching her, and she completely broke down. She was crying and just hysterical about losing her job. And then I told my boss, like, I felt so bad watching her cry and like really quickly packing up the stuff from her desk. And I looked my boss in the eye and I was like, you can let me go instead of her so she can stay. I'll go, you know, I'll go. And my boss is like nodding her head, and then she's like, she kind of walked the lady out, and then she came to me, and I was like, oh no, it's my turn now. But then she let me go too. And so, yes, like I said, it's a sad situation where she got let go after 20, 25 years because she was so close to retirement. But when I got the news, I was excited, you know, and it's all in the way, I feel like, the way that you look at it, right? How you can look at it from a different perspective. For me, I was like, okay, you know, I've had this job, it served its purpose, and I'm on to something else. And I was okay with that, you know, to look for something else, to be excited about it, exploring, seeing what else was out there with the experience that I already had from this company, and then being able to land a job that would pay more money, which I did. I found another job that paid more money and was able to get into that. But yeah, I feel like this is definitely talking about you kind of with your perspective here. How are you looking at something, right? What is the best solution for your current situation? Is there a different way of you being able to not only look at something, but maybe if this is kind of, what did I want to say with that? I can't remember right now. It's kind of slipped my mind. Let's see if it'll come back. Let's pull some tarot. So pile number 1. What is the best solution for your current situation? Maybe this means opening yourself up to other opportunities, okay? Exploring something new, being open to change. Maybe not focusing on one outcome, you know? Trying something else, trying something new. What is the best solution for your current situation, pile 1? We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Yeah, there is the Hangman. The Hangman. So this is about changing your perspective. It's about surrender. Being open to looking at something from a different perspective. And maybe that includes, you know, talking to someone, getting some advice with a person who might have a different perspective than you. Could be a friend, family member. I'm noticing that this little monkey has little, those little mala beads, like prayer beads here. Maybe this, for some of you, this is connecting in with your intuition, your higher self. Okay, we also have the 9 of Cups here. Wow, this is a lot of cards. 9 of Cups, we have the 5 of Cups, and then we also have the karmic release here. The sacred karmic deer. And it looks like there's a lot of energy here that is coming out of this deer's mouth. All these butterflies that are coming out, something's being transformed here. Maybe with the way that you speak. I'm noticing a lot of the butterflies here too are all over the antlers. The deer's antlers are also very good at picking up vibration, sound. It's kind of like their antenna in a way. I'm also noticing there's a tear that is kind of rolling out of this deer's eye. So maybe for some of you, this means transmuting some pain or some heartache or something of that nature. But the karmic release, let's see how this is coming together here. Because I am seeing the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is when we are feeling disappointed, sad, discouraged, depressed. And of course, for those of you that are struggling with depression, it's not that easy, of course, to just kind of snap and turn it off. I know, I've been there. You can't. You have to get help. Okay. With processing and releasing. And maybe for some of you, this is healing. Okay. The karmic release. Releasing energy from yourself. Maybe if there's been... You know, because with limited being here with limits and limited, it makes me feel some of you may have had past disappointments, past heartache, past suffering, past grief or loss. And we can either continue to hold on to that energy, or we can choose to speak about it. Queen of Swords, speak our truth. A lot of releasing of energy here, feelings, emotions, frustrations. Let's see what else. And the Queen of Swords is also a very discerning energy. It's really about focusing on truth, our soul's truth. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is a new beginning, a new opportunity. Yeah, so I'm really kind of getting here that, like I said, maybe this does have to do with something working out or not working out. And I feel like with the Justice card being here too, like I said, to me, this pile speaks mostly about something happening for your highest good. So yes, we can either choose to dwell on something that has caused pain or suffering or grief or loss or disappointment, regret, guilt, shame, and choose to hold on to that and keep ourselves in that limited space or that limited way of thinking. Or we can really work towards transmuting this energy into something beautiful, something powerful. And that may include you needing to kind of sit with your own feelings, your own emotions, with whatever this is towards, right? It could be towards anything. It could be towards a romantic relationship, a past situation that you've been in, a job situation. But we can either choose to stay in that energy. I do also feel like Spirit is encouraging you to release energy here. Okay, release energy. Maybe for some of you, there's feelings and emotions that you're holding on to that have nothing to do with what your current situation is, but they could be something that is affecting your own energy and the way that you are able to process, think, speak, act. They could be in some way kind of creating barriers to you being able to access your inner light, your inner wisdom. And with Justice being here, Justice is about karma. Okay, good, positive. It's about universal karmic laws of balance. And so I feel for some of you, like I said, this has a lot to do with releasing something. Okay, some of you, it could be a relationship. It could be that there's a connection that's maybe limiting your potential. Or if you find yourself being disappointed by someone over and over again, is it better for you to kind of cut your losses and move on from this situation and move towards a new beginning that is going to bring you that 9 of Cups energy, which is about fulfillment? It's about happiness. It's about feeling abundant. So it's kind of like you're trading in this Five of Cups. You're releasing something that is causing pain or distress or sadness or grief, and you're releasing that and trading it in for the Nine of Cups, which is about fulfillment, happiness, satisfaction. Okay? So we can choose to look at something as a positive. There's always a silver lining. Okay? I'm seeing the Two of Cups at the bottom with the King of Swords as well. And so the King of Swords is also about facing truth, facing facts of a situation. So this is really looking at something very clearly, right? A person, a situation. In order for you to create more harmony, more balance within yourself, I'm feeling, again, this is Spirit wanting you to really work on clearing your energy. Be open to looking at things from a different perspective. This may even be including logic into the situation, especially with both the Queen and the King showing up here as well, which is the Two of Cups is about harmony and balance. Okay, and we do have both the King and the Queen here. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of this about changing your perception, changing the way in which you are looking at something. You know, maybe this provides an opportunity for growth, for transformation, clearly for a new beginning here. Okay, and I feel like with the Justice card being here, this is you understanding that things are working out the way that they're working out, whatever it might be, for your highest good. With Justice here. Okay. Even if things are a little bit difficult there with that Five of Cups. Okay. So let's pull some more messages here and see what else Spirit has for you. What is the best solution for your current situation? Anything else? We have releasing, a new beginning. Some of you, it could be your own emotions or feelings that are kind of clouding your judgment. And maybe, like I said, creating a challenging energy for you. So this could even be something that's creating illusions for some of you. Maybe even surrounding yourself, right? Okay, let's see. The best solution for your current situation. What is the best solution for your current situation? I'm feeling releasing emotions, okay? Speaking about it, whatever emotions they might be, working on transmuting them so that you find more harmony and balance within yourself is also something that's very helpful for you. We also have the Mountain here, and it says stand your ground. Okay. So to me, this kind of reminds me of the Seven of Wands energy in the tarot. The Seven of Wands is about not backing down, not giving up. You know, we all face adversity. We all face challenges within life. I'm also noticing there's little stars that are here too. So this to me more or less is about having trust, having faith that you will be able to move beyond whatever this mountain is for you. Maybe it's solving a problem. Maybe it's, you know, finding some type of, you know, clarity for you, how to move beyond. To me, it's kind of like if you picture yourself standing in front of this mountain, okay, all you see is the mountain. All you see is an obstacle. But in a way, with the Queen and King of Swords being here, this is higher perspective. Choose to look at something from a higher perspective, outside of the way. And that's why the Hangman's here, right? This is us changing the perspective. Maybe this means withdrawing, taking a step back to say, okay, how can I, and who was it that I was watching yesterday too? It was, remember how in the intro I was saying that reminds me of 13 Moon Tarot? I was watching one of her videos yesterday, after I was done with private readings. And she was saying something about that, about how sometimes when you're involved in a situation and it's kind of like, here's the mountain and here you are and you're standing this close to the mountain, all you see is the mountain. All you see is the, you know, the obstacle of it, how big it is, and I can't get past it. I can't see. So it's like with the hangman, you know, with whatever the situation is, if we are able to withdraw or pull back, right? Take a step back. We are able to find a solution, okay? So this is really working towards releasing whatever these feelings and emotions are that you're feeling that may feel for some of you insurmountable. You know, and sometimes we want to give up, right? When we're being faced with a challenge. And to me, this looks like there's emotions here that are creating some type of a blockage, that are making it difficult here for you. And I'm seeing Kali here with liberation. Okay, and Kali is all about death and rebirth and destruction and chaos. But it's really something that helps with transformation, change. This is you liberating yourself from these types of energies. And like I said, some of you might be holding on to, this is making me think of influential energy. Some of you might be holding on to energy that has influenced you in some way from your past, right? Like I said, past regrets, past disappointments, past things that are kind of, in a way, maybe making things feel limited, making things feel restricted in some way for you. And then we look at that. We have the air guardian here with shift your perception. Okay, so that's what your solution is here to your current situation. Change the perspective. How can I look at this situation differently? Okay. And those of you, you know, where you literally have lost somebody, like somebody has passed away, it's a little different. Okay. Because I'm not necessarily saying, oh, you need to shift your perspective with this person passing away. But this is more or less about you processing your feelings and your emotions, grieving, allowing yourself that time to grieve. You know, the body doesn't know any different when we're in this kind of pain, whether somebody has passed away or we've gone through a horrible breakup. That pain is still pain. That grief is still grief. Okay. So I feel like in this regard here, yes, we're taking some time here, okay, to gather our thoughts, to gather our feelings, but the big part of this is about you releasing, okay, transforming, transmuting. Like I said, this little deer has a tear rolling out of its eye. So there could be some heavy energies that some of you are kind of holding on to here. So whatever they may be, however they might apply to you here, you know, this is about releasing that energy, working through it, understanding it too, because you might even kind of use this hangman energy to say, okay, what is this energy that I'm holding on to? How is it distorting my perception? How is it distorting the way in which I look at myself, or I show up for myself, or I perceive myself? How can I release this so that I can create a more harmonious, balanced energy within myself? And so Kali with liberation is such a beautiful energy with changing your perspective. Okay. Yes, we can continue to choose to keep ourselves in a place of grief and pain and sadness and suffering, or we can choose to start the healing process. Okay, we can choose to start releasing feelings and things like that we need to clear within our energy. Okay, so let's see, what else do I want to add in here? Let's pull some of these. What else for pile number 1, Spirit? What is the best solution for their current situation? What is the best solution for their current situation? Okay. So we have the power of community. So like I said, maybe for some of you, this is sharing your ideas, sharing your worries, sharing your stresses, your feelings, your emotions, surrounding yourself with people that are supportive, people that are, can give you good advice. Okay. The Queen and King of Swords are really good listeners. They're good teachers. So this can be speaking to somebody who's going to be honest with you, who's going to give you good advice, who's going to tell you what not what you need to hear, but telling you exactly what is going to be helpful for you, you know, to be maybe to help you to see beyond the way that you're currently thinking or feeling. So yes, we've got gathering around, the power of community. Maybe this is encouraging you to connect with others more, collaborate, talk to people, okay, to get a different perspective. We also have the serpent here. And I noticed you have two little serpents up in there as well. The serpent, to me, this speaks a lot about, and it's actually, does it have two heads? Or is it two serpents? Let's see. I'm not sure if there are two. Well, there could be two because there's a tail here. There wouldn't be a tail if they were connected. But to me, this also speaks of balance here. The shadow and the light energies here. Transformation. This reduces to a 10 and a 1. So this is endings and new beginnings. We also have the coyote here. And coyote is a very clever, cunning, clever, but I feel like in a way, it says to me a lot about instincts as well. I feel like I want to look at the coyote here. Maybe the serpent too. We'll see if there's any other messages that come through with that. So let's see. Okay, so let's look at the serpent first. We have 46. Okay, so the serpent says, the serpent is the life force of Mother Earth. The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and reminds us to shed the past away. She sheds her and reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. Serpent comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. And you also have liberation here. Okay, so the invitation with this card says the serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Shed the old skin that you have been so attached to and welcome the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you a fresh experience of your life. Your passion and sexuality are awakening, and this can be scary. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energies into beautiful, original manifestation. So the medicine says, when you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced even by your own ideas. Okay, so let's look at the coyote and what the message is here. Okay, so the coyote says it is a symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that coyote brings you the opposite that you hope for. The lessons offered by coyote may be at first confusing, but they are the most sacred and always for your highest good. And that's what I was saying with the Justice card here. If coyote calls to you, it is time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true tests of faith. Okay, so again, here's your mountain, here's the obstacle. You have set your intentions and turned them over to Great Spirit, yet you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires, the Nine of Cups. Remember this, Coyote is a sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when Coyote calls your name. So the medicine says, are you being seduced by what you think you desire? Interesting, this is also talking about seduction. Are you being seduced by what you think you desire? Could it be that the more superficial, sparkly, shiny aspects of your ambition led you in this moment? So I feel like this maybe is a question for you that maybe for some of you, the current path that you're on, why did you take that path? What led you down that path? It says, perhaps you feel that in order to get what you desire, you have to compromise yourself, control others, or manipulate situations to ensure that your goal is met. Coyote howls in the shadows to remind you that this may be a lesson too painful to learn. Beware the shallow waters right now. Something or someone might pretend to be deep, but that doesn't make them so. No matter how seductive their superficial traits and how beautiful or sparkly they appear, all that glitters there will not turn up gold, no matter how many wishes you make to change that. Okay, so maybe for some of you, this can be grieving over a specific romantic partner that could have been a karmic situation, karmic partner. And this may be spirit really wanting you maybe to awaken to that. Okay, so especially if you're being kind of drawn into somebody and this is a need for you to kind of be that Queen and King of Swords and to see the person or the situation for what it really is. Does it serve your best and highest good? Pay attention to all the details. Pay attention to the information that you're receiving, not only within your intuition, but also what does your logic tell you, right? What does your rational mind tell you? Some of you, the solution could be letting someone go, liberating yourself from that person, from deception, from seduction, or being seduced by someone or something that maybe does not have your best interests at heart, or maybe not necessarily in alignment for you, and Spirit's trying to kind of push you towards a new beginning elsewhere. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2. So those of you that resonate with this card here, alignment, and it says dishonest and also truthful. So we're going to pull your tarot to see what is the best solution for your current situation. However, I feel like with dishonest here and truthful, maybe this is you asking yourself, or maybe there's a need for you to be completely honest with yourself about a person, about a situation. Maybe if this is Spirit asking you, have you been dishonest with yourself? Have you been lying to yourself? Have you been maybe stuck in denial about something? This is a need for honesty, truth. Okay, so we're going to see how this is playing into your reading today. But we're basically asking Spirit here, what is the best solution for your current situation, whatever it might be? So maybe this is asking yourself, is whatever this is it in alignment for my best and highest good? Okay, and that, of course, requires you to be completely honest with yourself. And I always say with this, do you feel like your highest version of yourself would say that whatever your current situation is truly in alignment for you, for your highest good? Okay. Sometimes there's a need for us to kind of take the rosy-colored glasses off and see a person, a situation for what it really is. even if that truth might hurt or be difficult for us to accept. You know, there's a need for us to really be truthful about it or honest with ourselves about it. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Pile number 2. What is the best solution for your current situation? What is, oh, you know what? Another thing I'm thinking too, because we do have dishonest and truthful here. Maybe some of you have been dishonest with someone. Maybe there's a need for truth here. Okay. Pile number 2, what is the best solution for your current situation? Like I said in the intro, this is a general reading, so feel free to apply this message to however it resonates to whatever your situation is. Because it's a general reading, all of you are going to have very different things on your mind. Okay? So apply it as needed. What is the best solution for your current situation? What is the best solution? We have the Star. We have the Magician. The Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. What is the best solution for your current situation? Eight of Cups. Three of Pentacles. We've got Justice here. Pile number 1 got that too. Okay. Well, I'm noticing that we have 2 restrictive energies that are here. In this Eight of Swords card, this bear, it says the imprisoned bear. This bear is trapped under the ice. Okay. Its little paws are here up against the ice. The Eight of Swords energy is about, it's very restrictive. It's about self-imposed restrictions. This can be about a lot of negative thoughts, negative thinking, self-limiting beliefs. This can also be about obsessively thinking about something or someone. This is a very trapped energy here, when we're trapped in our own head, okay? And then we also have the Four of Pentacles energy here. The Four of Pentacles is when we're clinging on to something. We're attached to it. We're afraid of letting it go. Okay? So this can be letting something go, letting someone go. I feel the best solution for your current situation, I'm seeing letting go here, okay? Not only in the message with the Four of Pentacles, the need to release control, because this is when we are trying to, the Four of Pentacles is when we're clinging on to something, we're gripping it very tightly, we fear loss. This is when we are trying to force something, control something. It's also about possessiveness and greed. Okay? So the Eight of Cups energy here is about letting go. And I'm noticing that in this card here, this little, what is it, a panther or I don't know. It's a black cat. It could be a panther or a jaguar. I'm not sure. The Eight of Cups is about letting go. It's about detachment. Okay. The Eight of Cups is about moving away from something that is no longer giving us or bringing us fulfillment. Maybe that's a job. For some of you, this could be a career. Okay. If the job is something that's holding you back, if it's restricting you in terms of your money, I feel like, especially for those of you that are in a toxic work environment or an environment in which you feel like you're being limited in some way, yeah, not able to progress, maybe in your career. Some of you might also, and I don't know why, but I'm just kind of feeling some of you, this might have to do with a love situation in which you're trying to hold on to reconciling with somebody, you know, and kind of obsessing about them and not able to let them go. Then that might be your message for you there, is to what the best solution for your current situation is really let go. Okay, to let go. The star energy here is about having trust. It's about having faith. And I feel like in this case, if it does have to do with a love situation here, obsessing about it, clinging on to it, trying to force it, trying to control it, trying to be possessive over something is not in alignment for you. Okay? We shouldn't have to force or control something. We shouldn't have to convince people that we're worthy. This is all coming from a place of fear or lack or scarcity. And if that is you with regards to a love situation, I feel like Spirit's saying the best solution for your current situation is to trust that it's okay for you to let go. Okay? Because I feel for some of you, you know, there might be a lot of focused intention towards reconciliation, but you could also be obsessing and obsessing and obsessing over it. And maybe there's a hard time for you to let go and accept, like, say, a breakup or something like that. Letting someone go. And many of you with the Justice card being here, it could be that you really want justice. You know, if somebody's hurt you or they've abandoned you or they've, you know, kind of pulled away. I feel like there's a need for you to trust and have faith that whatever has happened in your situation is happening for your highest good with the Justice card being here. Now, for those of you where this is more like work-related or something personal, again, we've got the Eight of Swords energy here, which is about being trapped in our own negative thoughts. Okay? So the solution for you might be taking a step back and maybe taking some time to think about what in your life right now is not really making you happy. Okay, because there is, I feel like, an opportunity here for you to rebuild into a more stable energy. But sometimes we have to trust letting go is the best thing for us. Maybe we're letting go of a job. Maybe we're letting go of the place that we live. Maybe we're letting go of a certain contract, you know, with the Justice card being here. So there's a need for you to be optimistic, for you to have faith. And for some of you, especially where this is like wanting, say, like a specific person, this is us understanding that maybe that person is not quite in alignment for us, okay? Because we do have dishonest and truthful, you know? So to me, this may also speak about denial. Are you in denial about something? Are you unwilling to accept something? And so for some of you here, I'm seeing that there is a need for you to potentially focus your intention elsewhere on new beginnings. The star is ultimately leading us towards our destiny. Okay, so I feel like the solution here is to really ask yourself, is this person or is this situation, does it serve my best and highest good? And there is a need for you to be completely honest with yourself in doing so. Okay? If you are a person who has a tendency to overthink and overanalyze everything, I'm looking at this little goat here that's by itself. is this way of thinking coming from a place of fear, of doubting yourself, of not trusting yourself? Some of you might also need to take some time to let go of some unhealthy patterns of behavior that you might have, which could very well include negative thoughts, negative thinking, self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging thoughts. The Eight of Cups can also talk about walking away from any vices or addictions that we might have. Okay. The Eight of Cups is about setting out on a journey of self-discovery. Okay. So if you feel maybe unfulfilled or you're wanting something more, maybe this is a need for you to really take some time to deep dive within yourself. Okay. To listen to what your soul's truth is, what your soul is really leading you towards. Okay. Some of you may be needing to like I said, let go or get out of a job situation. You know, if it's an environment that doesn't really work for you and you do feel like you're being limited in some way by your peers, you feel like maybe there's a hierarchy there that is not letting you kind of grow and evolve beyond of where you're at right now. And so the best thing for you with Justice being here, maybe you walking away, maybe you trusting that you have the power to create and manifest something that brings about more balance for you, more stability, more security. Because justice ultimately is about doing what is best for your highest good. Okay? All right, so let's see what else. And I'm seeing at the bottom we have the sacred fire here, and it says the rebirthing bonfire. And the Ace of Wands is right underneath that. So the Ace of Wands is about divine inspiration. So this could be Spirit trying to inspire you towards some type of passionate new beginning, something new. To me, this says a lot about release. Okay, releasing something here. All right, so let's see. What is the best solution for your current situation? Pile number 2. What is the best solution for your current situation? We have Wise One here, and it says grow within your current situation. So I feel like this is asking you, what are you learning from this? What are you learning from it? What knowledge can you gain? What are you learning about your own limitations or your own limited way of thinking? What is the best solution for your current situation? We have the Air Guardian here with shift your perception. Okay, the way that you're looking at something. What is the best solution for your current situation? We have stand your ground. Interesting, because these cards came out for pile 1 too, and I shuffled. Okay, I shuffled. Let's see. Stand your ground with the mountains. We have Rhea here with flow. Flow. Yeah, I feel like with the mountain being here, like what kind of obstacle are you facing right now? Is it the limitations of your own mind? How can this way of thinking teach you something, you know, about yourself or about how to flow more versus as soon as you hit that mountain, it's some kind of roadblock for you here where you can't see your way around a person or a situation. Okay, let's see what else. Pile number 2. What is the best solution for your current situation? We have the empty well here, and it says time to replenish. So maybe for some of you, this means time to rest, time for a vacation, taking a break, setting boundaries, nurturing yourself, self-love, self-care practices, letting go of anything in your life right now that is a stressor or a cause for stress. What is the best solution for your current situation? We have mindful with groupthink. This also makes me feel for some of you that if you have your mind that's just kind of thinking and thinking and thinking, maybe there's a need for you to maybe even speak to others, communicate with other people, share your ideas. Which could include, you know, friends, family members, so that you're able to kind of organize your thoughts, organize your mind. The best solution for your current situation. We have Me Talks, and it says repairing the body, mind, and spirit. So here we've got a merman. Looks like a merman who's taking a relaxing bath. So definitely self-care here. Okay. And then we also have whale song here with resonating. Yeah, I'm definitely getting an energy here of taking time for you. This may even be removing yourself out of people's or places, relationships, friendships, family situations, like detoxing, right? In a way. Away from certain people, cutting certain people out of your life. I'm noticing that this whale here is in this little ball of water here. So it kind of makes me feel a lot about, again, boundaries here. Being more protective of your energy. Only surrounding yourself with people who resonate with you. Some of you might even be letting the opinions of others get into your head. Outside energies influencing you. Okay. I'm definitely feeling a need for kind of going within here. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with this card here, Judgment, and it says critical, which would more or less be critical judgments of self or others, or ones that are complementary, which are adding value. Okay, coming from a place of love, empathy, compassion. Okay, so today's reading is what is the best solution for your current situation? And judgment is something that we have to use with discernment, you know, to help us to navigate through life. So is it that we're harshly judging or criticizing the self, others, and then how we may judge others? This can also be a reflection of the way in which we feel about ourselves, right? Sometimes if we're pointing fingers and pointing out things within other people, and this is wrong with them, that's wrong with them, or, you know, just kind of being a harsh critic in some way, you know, this can also talk a lot about the way that we view ourselves. Okay, so let's look at how this is playing into your reading today. But we're asking Spirit basically, what is the best solution for your current situation? Okay, and I just saw the Devil energy. The Devil card, which can talk about emotional manipulation, codependency, attachment, unhealthy obsession, or control, manipulation, restriction, oppression. And is it your own views or, you know, ways of thinking that are oppressing you? Are you kind of putting that energy out towards another person? So let's see here. What is the best solution for your current situation? And I feel like those of you that could be potentially dealing with like a, maybe like say like a disagreement or some type of conflict that has to do with another person, aside from just kind of pointing fingers, because I did see the devil energy, aside from just kind of pointing fingers at that other person and say, pointing out all the things that they're doing wrong, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, you know, maybe take this time to also kind of reflect within yourself. Okay, so let's see. Okay, pile number 3. What is the best solution for your current situation? We've got the 2 of Pentacles and also the 3 of Pentacles. I almost feel like this 3 of Pentacles has showed up in all 3 piles today. What is the best solution for your current situation? Pile number 3. What is the best solution for your current situation? We've got the Lovers. There's a very strong presence of a Leo energy coming through. And I'm not even seeing Leo energy here, but it is coming through. Pretty strong. Maybe this means for some of you working on your self-esteem, working on your confidence in yourself. Solar plexus, okay? Your solar plexus chakra, which is your I am presence, your power, your confidence. Maybe this means stepping into your power. What is the best solution for your current situation? There, look at that. The Lion, the Strength card. That's the Leo. That is Leo energy. What is the best solution for your current situation? The Strength card is about inner strength, confidence, but it's also about gentleness, kindness, compassion. Self-control. We have the King of Wands. What is the best solution? I'm almost hearing like lead by example. Lead by example. We have the shadow self. Interesting. The dark inner swamp. And there's a snake hiding in there in the tree. The shadow self. What is the best solution for your current situation? The Hierophant. I feel like there's a lot of energies here. Some of this might involve other people, loved ones, romantic partners, family members, friends. There's Gemini, a Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Taurus. The best solution for your current situation. Yeah, with judgment and being critical or complimentary. Okay. And then you have the shadow self here. I'm definitely feeling there's a need for merging, for balancing both your shadow and light energies. And I'm noticing we have the shadow self here, the King of Wands. It says the glowing white stag. White stag. So we've got the light and the dark here. The Two of Pentacles is about balance. The Lover's energy is about balance and harmony. And I want to say when this shadow energy here can really affect us in a negative way. Okay, not that the shadow is a bad thing, but sometimes, especially when it comes to being a harsh critic towards self or towards others, it can create a lot of not so good energies. I mean, we literally are seeing a lion here who's got its mouth open. He could be angry. You know, the Strength card is about self-control. So it's us finding inner strength to be able to control the ego. The ego can sometimes put us in a place where we feel anger and rage and feeling that need to kind of lash out at others, at friends, at partners, at other people. And that can put this King of Wands into a very shadowy energy as well, which can come across as being arrogant. I feel like tendencies for narcissism. Okay, we all have the capability of being narcissistic. Okay, it does not mean that we are a narcissist, but we have tendencies to have certain patterns of behaviors that can very well act in that way. Okay, especially with this shadow self here. It says the dark inner swamp. So this kind of makes me feel that there is some shadow energy that is present that could be, you know, at times kind of making itself known. And I feel your guidance here with the best solution for your current situation is to take some time to reflect within your own shadow self. What is it teaching you? This is also bringing your awareness to the shadow. Not so that you are kind of forcing it to go away, because it is very much a part of you. Okay. But I feel like this is being more mindful that you are coming from a place when you are making decisions or judgments, that you are coming from a place of connecting with others from a place of love, a place of balance, a place of harmony. And so maybe this means thinking before you speak or thinking before you act, okay? Because we also have the Three of Pentacles energy here, which is about collaborating with others. Collaborating with others. But in a way that we are being kind, compassionate, empathetic, gentle, nurturing, loving. And so the King of Wands energy is about leadership. It's about inspiring others, okay? Inspiring others, paving your own path, leading the way. So let's just say that you are dealing with a person, a group of friends, a family member, a romantic partner, that also, let's just say that person is kind of living and functioning from their shadow self. Okay. So how can we respond, right, without being critical of another, right? We can maybe be more understanding, more loving. Not to say that we shouldn't set boundaries, okay? We're still going to set some boundaries there, especially if somebody's talking to us in a certain way that we don't deserve, okay? This is you standing up and from a place of self-control, but it's also confidence, I feel like, and definitely assertiveness here. The Hierophant is about tradition. It's about beliefs, morals, values, and sometimes those beliefs that we hold could be a little bit on the rigid side, okay? Very much conforming to a certain way of thinking. And sometimes there's a need for us to really work on changing what those beliefs are, okay? I have a feeling where Spirit's saying here that some of you could be functioning from a place of that shadow, responding in a certain way. So there might be a need for you to more or less kind of find balance within inside of yourself, okay? Some of you, this could be working on your level of confidence. It could be facing your fears. Okay, we do have a snake that's hiding inside the tree here. Maybe looking in deeper into what your fears are. How do your fears hold you back from connecting with others? How do your beliefs hold you back from connecting with others? How does that block you from building healthy, balanced relationships, friendships? Okay. Does it put you in a place where you are a harsh critic towards others? Like I was saying earlier, kind of like pointing fingers, you know? Because I feel like, you know, sometimes when we feel like we're going through something with another person, and this is, like I said, it's including other people here. And this may even be coworkers for some of you. Coworkers. This kind of makes me feel like a little bit of a deceptive energy here. Deception surrounding you. I'm definitely feeling there's a need for you to really tune into your intuition here. This is also a very powerful energy with the stag. I feel like there's something about your presence, the way that you carry yourself, right? So even if somebody else is functioning from their shadow self, right, you can still choose to come in with this more grounded energy, showing personal strength, right? Let's just say that somebody's coming in and they're raging at you and they're, you know, being judgmental towards you, friends, family members, whoever they may be. You can choose to be the bigger person, right? Leading by example is what I was hearing from Spirit. Lead by example. The King of Wands is a master of spiritual energy. So to me, this is more or less about you having control over the shadow versus the shadow controlling you. So the best solution for your current situation, I feel like, is to look into what your fears are, your insecurities, your doubts, your current beliefs right now. Maybe this is working on your self-esteem, your confidence in yourself, your power. Maybe this means coming and stepping outside of your comfort zone and learning how to connect with others, socialize with others, create healthy, functioning friendships, work situations, relationships. And I feel like this first and foremost starts out within you. Okay? Look to your shadow for answers. Look deeper within the self. Find out if there's any real beliefs that you might hold within there that are critical of self or even others, judgmental of others. And how is that energy something that is reflected within you in the way that you feel about yourself? Okay? Has there been something that you've gone through in your past that has affected the way that you connect with other people? The Two of Pentacles energy here is a need for balance. It's a need for making choices. Okay? Yeah, let's see what else Spirit has here. Pile number 3, what is the best solution for your current situation? We have Parvati with devotion. Devotion. And to me, I'm seeing this as devoting to love and kindness, gentleness, compassion, community, building, or rebuilding. What is the best solution for your current situation? We have trader here, and it says exchange energy to create abundance. Okay, so to me, this says a lot about giving and receiving. What kind of energy are we putting out? What are we receiving in return? Maybe this is also being mindful of the energy that you put out, okay? Maybe how you speak, how you act, right? Sometimes, you know, there could be this need for self-awareness here. We have Epona or Epona with wise leadership, and we also have the arrow here, and it says surround yourself with protective energy. So to me, this also says you are setting boundaries. Okay, we have wise leadership here, which is that King of Wands. Also the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very wise, very knowledgeable. I'm also thinking, what have your experiences taught you, you know, from the past? All right, let's see what else. Pile number 3, what is the best solution for your current situation? You know, put out the energy that you wish to receive. Okay, so we have the closing door. Here's a lot. The closing door with completion. We have the Earth Keeper. We also have the Curse. Completion. Another interesting how they're both of these are flanking. These are both flanking this. Completion on both sides. And then we have the lower world here with lay of the land with ancestral wisdom. Wow. Okay. I like this because with this lay of the land here, ancestral wisdom and the curse, there almost looks like there's a hand that's covering her mouth. The Hierophant energy is about tradition that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. The lower world is the shadow, okay? It is the shadow. So interesting, because we have the lower world here, the Earth Keeper. To me, this is the middle world, which is our what you're living in, what we're all living in here, right? In the 3D, our 3D reality. You see the experiences that you're having here. But I feel like you're needing to kind of go into the lower world, into the shadow, to understand the wisdom of your ancestors. There's a cycle that's being completed here. I want to read this curse. I very vaguely remember what this is about. I feel like it was talking about things that your ancestors may have gone through. Let's see. Yeah, and this is more or less talking about the responsibility of your own well-being. Okay, so that is number 14 for... Okay, so it says the curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is a source of negative patterns. It can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. The invitation for this card says it is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. It says the medicine is be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. So yes, I'm definitely feeling, this kind of makes me feel, because it's talking about ancestors here with this dark, shadowy energy, the shadow self, the dark inner swamp. This kind of makes me feel that in a way, maybe some of the things that you're going through at this time have to do with you clearing certain karma from family, generational karma beliefs that have been passed down. I mean, this could have even been certain patterns of behavior, you know, that your grandparents kind of put, say, your parents through, and then your parents kind of put you through. And now you're kind of connecting with people in your life, with friends, with family members, with romantic partners, and it's kind of like this cycle that keeps repeating itself over and over and over again. And to me, this is a need for you to step into your power here versus being limited by the shadow self, you know, which may have been work that your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents have not done, have not reflected, have not healed. And so to me, the lower world energy is about you kind of delving into the shadow, into the subconscious, to look at what beliefs are there and how they are maybe consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously kind of still within you, that you could be limiting your view, right, of others, of the world, of yourself, in some regard. So I'm definitely feeling there's a need here for delving into that, okay, into the darkness, into those parts of yourself that you might not be so comfortable with, the parts of yourself that you try to hide. But I feel like there's lessons in there, right? This could be abandoning certain aspects of the self that are part of the shadow. And in order for you to feel balanced, to be able to have a balanced energy, you know, and especially for those of you where this has to do with you making a certain decision, right? Are you able to make that decision from a place of clarity, or is the decision that you're making having to do with limiting beliefs? The shadow taking over. Yeah, definitely going into a lot of ancestor work here. A lot of this. I'm also feeling, for somebody, this is finding your voice, speaking your truth, being strong, inner strength here. I'm almost feeling that you need something a little bit extra here. So I want to ask Spirit, What are we going to close this reading out with? I think I'm going to pull one of these. I don't feel like the other piles need it, but I feel like yours does. Okay. Okay, so what is pile number 3's guidance, advice on this? The solution for their current situation. What is the best solution for their current situation? We have Mystical Sister. Mystical Sister. And it's like literally moths to a flame. And that is number 50. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let's see. Okay, so it says Sacred Ally, Anima, Outreach. And it says, just when you thought you could traverse the alchemical path by yourself, Soror Mystica appears. This card indicates a dear friend or sacred ally holds you in their heart at this very moment. With their support, you are able to do what you cannot do by yourself. Between you exists an alchemical pact based on the ingredients of respect, honesty, and unconditional love. It's as if you've known each other for many lifetimes. You have shared an experience from which you are always bonded. This archetype may come in any gender, age, or form. One distinct characteristic of Soror Mystica is that they practice the art of witnessing and listening. They have no need to judge, okay, fix, or give advice. Presence is enough. When this card appears, tend to the flame of friendship. Be a mystical sister to another. So this says to ponder here those who have helped you. Those who have helped you. This could be friends. It could be romantic partners. It could be family members. But yes, I'm definitely feeling that there's an importance here about closing some kind of major cycle here as it relates to your shadow, as it relates to your own personal power. And like I said, I feel like whatever this may be, okay, with the best solution for your current situation, I'm feeling this is a need for looking within the self. For strength, for power, understanding your fears, your insecurities, your shadow. How is it shaping your beliefs? How is it shaping your judgments in life, your decision making? Is it leading you in the best places? Is it leading you towards the best people, the best outcomes? Or are these things that you have to really work on kind of fine-tuning as a way of helping yourself to grow and evolve into a better version of self, being able to close this door to maybe karmic cycles that some of you may have been in. Okay? And definitely connecting in with your ancestors, because the ancestors can share so much wisdom from their lives, their past lives. You also hold wisdom within you for those of you that do believe in past lives as well. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.